If you think your home is ideally clean and safe, whereas public places are full of microbes, you are very wrong. Everything can be exactly the opposite. Externally safe home can be fraught with dangers. When you clean your house, you can skip many places in which pathogenic bacteria live. Some surfaces can serve as excellent habitats for E. coli, mold, yeast, and even Staphylococcus. More than 340 different bacteria were discovered by experts who explored 30 typical places in homes and apartments. Since people spent a lot of time at home because of the pandemic, you need to know which places might be dangerous to your health and clean them more carefully. Number 10. Trash cans. Many people think that trash cans are kept clean due to plastic bags, which are used to collect garbage. You take out your trash in the garbage bin regularly, but have you ever thought to actually clean it? Studies have shown that every square inch contains up to 400 bacteria. Of course, it is much less than the number of bacteria on a cutting board or dishwashing sponge, but it still leads to mold or mildew growth. Multiple germs and microbes live in the trash can where remnants of food, liquids, and biodegradable products are collected and stored until you take the garbage out. Various types of bacteria can spread in your garbage bin. Salmonella is usually found in eggs, uncooked poultry, and raw meat. E. coli is found in uncooked beef and other household foods like cucumber. Listeria can be found in many foods and thrive in colder temperatures. Most likely you wouldn't like to have any kind of them in your kitchen. That is why you need to clean the trash can with a bleach solution and water. Also, you should not forget that bacteria can be located not only in the trash can, but also in the surrounding areas. Therefore, you need to actively use household chemicals and a floor cleaner while cleaning the trash can and the area around it. Number 9. TV remote. While doing the house cleaning, you probably would never think about cleaning the TV remote. However, this device is one of the most frequently used by both adults and children. A person can touch the remote control dozens of times a day, and most likely would never think about what kind of bacteria can be located on its surface. The remote usually gets dropped on the floor, lost in the couch, as well as collects dust near your TV. In addition to that, when you eat in front of the TV, you're touching the remote with your dirty, sticky hands. The TV remote is often neglected when it comes to cleaning, yet has been revealed to be one of the filthiest items in the home. You can clean the remote control very easily with a disinfectant wipe or a paper towel dipped in a mixture of alcohol and water. The battery compartment can also be disinfected by first removing the batteries. However, you must be careful when cleaning. Remember that the remote control is an electronic device and can be easily damaged if moisture gets into the inner compartment. Number 8. Kitchen countertops. Since food is constantly processed in the kitchen, you are unlikely to be surprised to find out that the surfaces of kitchen worktops contain various bacteria. About a third of the countertops are covered with pathogenic bacteria, half of which are mold. Thus, a person can easily become infected when touching his face or rubbing his eyes. This is a common cause of colds or intestinal upsets. Most people just rinse their cutting board, but poultry and raw meat can leave behind Salmonella and Campylobacter. The latter bacteria, which can come from eating raw meat, is one of the most common causes of foodborne illnesses. To make matters worse, kitchen surfaces are cleaned with rags or sponges that also contain a ton of bacteria. In order not to damage the surface of the countertop, it is necessary to carefully approach the cleaning of countertops. Use one cutting board for meat and another one for vegetables, so you don't get cross-contamination. Boards can be cleaned with a kitchen disinfectant, or you can put them in a dishwasher. After that, finish the cleaning by drying the countertop with a disposable paper towel. Paper towels are very useful because they absorb a lot of the moisture and bacteria, and you can just throw them away. Number 7. Faucet handles. We use our faucets countless times a day, whether we are washing dishes, filling up a water bottle, cleaning our hands, or doing any of the other seemingly mundane tasks we require them for. But, as much as we keep them clean, they can still be a breeding ground for germs and viruses. What we've only just started to become aware of, however, is how many germs can form on and around a faucet, not just those in public spaces, but also at home, and the health challenges posed by this. Every square inch of the faucet in the bathroom contains nearly 3,000 bacteria. On the shelves, not only mold, but even Staphylococcus is found. Therefore, when you washed your hands and then closed the tap, a large number of pathogens got on your hands. It is highly recommended to wipe the faucet handles every day with disinfectant wipes or a mixture of alcohol and water. The most sterile restrooms are the ones with contactless faucets and automated toilets. However, if you don't have any other option than touching the faucet handle after washing your hands, you can use your elbow or a paper towel to turn the water off. A paper towel can also be used to open the bathroom door, as the door handle also contains a lot of bacteria. Number 6. Stove knobs. Another white spot in cleaning the house are the stove knobs. All housewives thoroughly wash the top of the stove, as the impurities are too obvious there. When making dinner, you might even turn on the stove knob without thinking about the nasty bacteria that might be lurking in it. After sneezing, coughing, or touching dirty objects, nobody usually begins to wash the stove knobs. But did you know that these seemingly harmless stove knobs might be one of the dirtiest places in the kitchen? That's right. According to a 2011 study, about 1/3 of stoves are filled with yeast and mold. Therefore, it is necessary to wash them at least once a week with a cleaning agent. If possible, you can also remove the stove knobs and wash them with soap in hot water. However, you can remove bacteria from the stove knobs by immersing them in a solution of white vinegar and water for disinfection. If you cannot remove the stove knob, just spray the knob with natural detergent and wipe it after 30 seconds to restore it to its original state. Number 5. Coffee makers. Most modern people cannot imagine their life without a coffee maker. However, if you are not careful, the morning coffee may make you sick. Due to the lack of proper maintenance, a humid and dirty environment is ideal for the bacterial growth. According to the studies, there are more than 85,000 bacteria for every square inch of coffee maker. The experts of the National Science Foundation established that the bacteria in the water before brewing contained more bacteria than the toilet seat, especially mold, yeast, staphylococcus and streptococcus. However, the coffee maker maintenance is quite simple, despite the fact that many are afraid to disassemble the glass tank. Clean the machine with vinegar to prevent bacteria from growing in the water tank of the machine. You should add 4 cups of vinegar and leave for half an hour, and then run a few cleaning cycles until the smell of vinegar disappears. Finally, run 2 to 3 cycles of clean water to remove the remaining vinegar, and then you can start using the coffee machine again. Number 4. Kitchen sink. You may be hardly surprised by the fact that there are a lot of bacteria in your kitchen sink. Moreover, most of you probably didn't know that the kitchen sink is much dirtier than the handle in the toilet room. Due to the large amount of food debris, especially meat and fish, as well as a humid environment, the kitchen sink is an ideal place for the rapid growth of bacteria. Not surprisingly, 45% of kitchen sinks contain coliform bacteria, and 27% have mold habitat. This will shock you, but much more E. coli is found in the kitchen sink than in the toilet, even after using it. Therefore, the sink must be thoroughly washed. The most effective means is soaking. It is necessary to pour warm water with a small amount of bleach into the sink and leave the mixture for several minutes, and then drain. A mixture of lemon juice and powdered borax is also detrimental to bacteria. This tool penetrates well into the nooks and crannies of the sink and helps to cope with unpleasant odors. Number 3. Towels. Most people dry their hands and dishes after washing using a towel. However, few people think that towels in the bathroom and in the kitchen are also an attractive habitat for microorganisms. You may need to rethink how you use kitchen towels. A new study shows that your dishcloth is full of bacteria that can cause food poisoning and other foodborne illnesses. Researchers at the University of Mauritius cultivated 100 multi-purpose kitchen towels without washing them after 1 month of use. They found that nearly half of the bacterial growth tests were positive. Most of them came from the human intestine. Dirty towels may carry a variety of bacteria and may even be related to the spread of infectious diseases. Experts say that you can't keep the towel absolutely sterile. However, the best way to protect yourself is to wash kitchen and bathroom towels frequently. After about 2 days of use, you should wash any towels, especially if you have children at home. Bacteria can't survive in ordinary detergents, so you should use hot water and products with active oxygen bleach to clean towels thoroughly. Number 2. Toothbrushes. Most people thoroughly clean their teeth using toothbrush, but they completely forget about the toothbrush itself. However, there is no secret that Staphylococcus, Streptococcus and E. coli can be found on a regular toothbrush. 2.5 million bacteria live on the toothbrush holder, and they can easily get on the toothbrush as well. In addition, the proximity of the toilet contributes to the spread of fecal bacteria. All this sounds terrible, but you don't have to panic because there are many ways to keep your mouth healthy. It is necessary to store the toothbrush in a closed place and wash it thoroughly twice a week in hot water with soap. If you ask professionals at the dental clinic, they will recommend you to store the toothbrush as far as possible from the toilet. Ideally, you can put it in a special cabinet to avoid contamination. Before flushing, be sure to close the toilet lid, as the fecal bacteria are released into the air and can easily get on your toothbrush. You should also not forget to replace your toothbrush every 3 to 4 months. Number 1. Kitchen sponges. So first place, will you be surprised to find out that the most dirty place in your home is a kitchen sponge? Due to the fact that a kitchen sponge absorbs a large amount of dirt and is often wet, there are about 320 million microorganisms contained in each gram of the sponge. Researchers say that most of these bacteria are harmless, but some pathogens can cause human infections. For example, experts found that 85% of kitchen sponges contain yeast and mold, 75% contain salmonella, and 18% contain staphylococcus. Kitchen sponges not only act as a reservoir for microorganisms, but also contribute to their spread on the surfaces in the household, which may cause cross-contamination of hands and food, which is considered to be the main cause of foodborne disease outbreaks. The researchers also found that previously recommended cleaning methods can only kill about 60% of the bacteria. After cleaning the sponge, some bacteria may even multiply because resistant strains recolonize. The study recommends that people change sponges every week to reduce the risk of bacterial infection. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel to see more interesting videos.